Hey guys, today's video is going to be a book review of a very old book trilogy called A Scots Quair by Lewis Grassic Gibbon.
Pen name for James Leslie Mitchell.
I read this several years ago and felt I should review it after me and my grandfather were discussing it a bit the other day. A Scots Quair focuses on the life of Chris Guthrie, a young woman who has just moved to the Mearns, a particular area of Scotland not far from where I live. The first book, Sunset Song, focuses on Chris's life from the time she moves to the Mearns, grows up into a young woman, meets the love of her life, and to the end of the First World War. The second book, Cloud How, puts a spotlight on her life as she moves to a small town with her husband, and starts to put a focus on her son as well. The third book, Grey Granite, moves the focus to her life after she's moved to a city with her son, and his becoming a socialist as a young man. The trilogy focuses largely on growing up as part of a community, and also on clarifying way of life, the agricultural way of life in Scotland that was beginning to die out at the time of the writing of the book. James Leslie Mitchell himself was a part of the farming tradition, and so he would have known a lot about it, and he also fought in the First World War himself as well. And so much of the character of Chris Guthrie comes from himself in the raw details of the farming life and his feelings. The writing itself is a mixture of plain English and very, very good English, and a particular Scots dialect. Mitchell used the dialect words only where the English words would not suffice, and instead focused on using the rhythm of Scotland to convey the Scottishness of the characters and situations. Mitchell was not best liked in the Mearns themselves, at least partly because of the books, and they've never really enjoyed mass popularity. However, they, or at least Sunset Song, the first and inarguably the best of them, have enjoyed consistent use by English teachers in Scotland. The characters may not always be likeable, or even nice, but they are good characters and they have a lot you can write about them for. Just because a character is not likeable doesn't mean they're not a good character. Overall, I give A Scots Quair 3 out of 5 stars. I used it in my higher English course, and I may not have enjoyed it as I do with many other books, but it was an enlightening read that offered a window into the agricultural past of Scotland, as well as life in its towns and cities in the first half of the 20th century. See you next time. Bye. Seduce my mind, and you can have my body. Find my soul, and I'm yours forever. Unknown.